Hello everyone, and welcome to Formula Racing League Season 3, and we are coming to you from the classic Silverstone circuit. I am Chaos, I'll be your commentator for tonight, and I'll just take a moment to see if we can get El Sociedad back in the session. And it looks like Flex is going to be our first driver to set a lap today. Getting a little bit of that RPM glitch right now. Alright, down the front straight, through Abbey and Farm, and then into the loop. Comes Flex, out, sitting at time, as fast as he might be able to go on the soft tires. The track still won't be that rubbered in as he makes his way down the hanger straight. We're having issues getting served. Let's see. What can we do to get El Sociedad back in? Through Maggots and Beckett's. Through in 6th gear, a little bit of loss of traction there. But this is just the banker, and his lap is still clean for the time being. Down the hanger straight. Carrying as much speed as he can through Stowe, and now through Vale and Club, the final set of corners on this circuit. And a 127.6 is the first lap set here. Downshifting through Maggots and Beckett's is Raro. And then trying to get as much pace out. Flex maintains the fastest lap time thus far. Get dunked with a 129.4. And now here comes Raro. Sheer Insanity has just pipped Flex. And Raro, with the medium tire, sets a 128.907. Oh, it loses it, but, you know, that doesn't really matter. Meanwhile, Red Baron has come through just 300th slower with a 128.937. But that map, this lap, is disallowed. Oh, goodness! And that's Joe Patel into the wall there. Losing it out of turn 1, as is so easy to do. Dubman himself getting ready to set a hot lap and put himself onto the board. Alright. And power down out of club. Racing down the start-finish straight. And into Abbey. Oh, a little bit of over-rotation there. That'll cost him a few tenths. Now through this very, very tight section of the loop. And oh, that lap is not going to be set for Brother John. Still waiting for El Suciadan, hoping he can get back in. Brother John, just a short ways behind Balzac as he comes around. But Nameless Nate will be starting on his hot lap faster, so we follow him coming into Stowe. Nice and easy, gonna get that optimal entry. Start putting on the power now. Nice tight line through here, full acceleration, and the deploy is on. Nameless Nate making his way down the start-finish straight. Gets the turn in, a little bit hesitant there. Coming around through farm. You can see there's a little bit of oh, pardon me. Working to get El Suciadan back into this session. Alright, and now around the long, long right-hander of Luffield. Power goes down halfway through the corner, and then he makes his way down through Woodcut. And races down. It's a short straight, but long enough for a pass, as you saw with Hamilton and Verstappen this year. A little bit wide through Copse. Carrying an 8th gear at low revs, up through Maggots and Beckett's. Downshifting as he makes his way through. And then the power's back on as he charges down the hanger straight. It seems that El Suciadan has been banned from the session because he didn't select a set of tires, which is very odd because you're not allowed to choose tires. So thank you, Codemasters, for your amazing programming. So Nameless Nate has come through in P11 with a 129.2. Current pole sitter is Sheer Insanity with a 127.626. So this championship battle is really shaping up to be one between the Mercedes and the AlphaTauri. Rafa coming up behind Famous Snake, picking up just a little bit of a toe there. As he comes through Sector 3. Yellow flag out as Fiji spins out, coming out of turn 9. And Rafa through with a 127.2. That's 4/10 up on sheer insanity's time. Flex, our championship leader, is in P3. Oh, and that's a moment for sheer. Loses it on the outlap. Awkward place to lose it. I wonder if he's going to continue with this lap. No, it looks like he's not. Alright, Raro now coming out on these soft tires. Gonna see if he can go faster, since qualifying in, 9th or 10th on the mediums isn't really that much of an advantage. So here we go. Nice one. Raro goes P6. Hey guys, pardon my dropping in. We've got a request from El Sucio Dan. So he's gotten banned from the session, and he's asking if it's possible for us to create a new session with us using the results of qualifying.
I mean, it's possible, but it gives everyone fresh tires when we do that, so anyone on the alternate strat gets fucked.
Yeah, it's, well, I mean, it's everyone outside of the top 10, of course, because the alternate, yeah, I mean, what's our, I think the general move is that if someone's out of the session, that's just really unfortunate, but we kind of have to go forward with that.
Yeah, why the fuck is he banned? What the fuck does
Well,
that mean?
apparently, what happened is he didn't get the opportunity to set his tires, and then it disqualified him for not choosing tires, which doesn't make a lot of sense because you don't get a choice.
Yeah.
But the game...
I think we're just going to say sorry,
All right.
unfortunately.
I'll pass that on to him. Thank you. Alright. So Lord Raptor, our newcomer, setting a P4 time with a 127.8. So with 4.5 minutes left in qualifying. We've got Lord Raptor in 4th, Can 5th, Raro 6th, Dubman, Red Baron, Fiji, and J.L. Patel. Those two have been going at it this season with some big fights. Balzac, Nameless Nate, Brother John Get Dunked, GRB in a base. I'm not familiar with him, but this might... Oh, actually, this would be our new guy. This is Lord Raptor. Oh, wait, no, that's not Lord Raptor. 4 is Lord Raptor. Well, then who's GRB in a base? Huh. And unfortunately, yeah, El Suciudan not going to be able to take part in this race due to getting excluded by strange oddities of rules and programming. Never like to see someone go out of a race that way. Alright, Lord Raptor is going to be setting a new lap soon. Let's see what Get Dunked can do here. He's just at the very end of the lap right now. He's the slowest qualifier, and he's going to want to pull himself off of that back row. Coming around. And Get Dunked is up to P12 with a 129.137, just 5 thousandths off of Balzac in 11th. Coming now to Lord Raptor. The deployment is on, the tires are heated, and this is going to be a charge in the Haas for pole position. Nice line through Sector 1. Down into 3rd gear. Coming in, taps the apex nicely and then the power delivery. Not too much wheel spin as he now rotates the car. Makes his way down Brooklands. Fourth gear. Drifting a little wide down to 2nd briefly as he now powers down out of Luffield. There's open track ahead. Up into 8th gear. And carries 8th gear through Cops. It's looking like a good day for the Haas's thus far. Very, very nice line there through Maggots and Beckett's, and the power is on. He's using all of the track that he can get away with. That's a purple sector for Lord Raptor. He says he's raced in the past with Flex and Sheer Insanity, who have been 2 of the top performers this season. Let's see what he can do with this 3rd sector. Again, using all the track through Stowe. He's coming up on the Mercedes, but it shouldn't be getting in the way for him here. Through Vale. Now the power down, he just has to keep it for 1 more corner. And Lord Raptor maintains P4, with a 127.688. It's Rafa right now who's the leader though, with a 127.2. Flex also on an outlap. And where's Sheer? Also on an outlap. Just slight, sorry, not an outlap, I should say. He is on his hot lap right now. And he is 1,000th up on his best time right now through that 1st sector, so he is setting greens. Turning in. That's a nice line through Cops. Now swinging through Maggots and Beckett's. Dubman retires from the session. Ah, yes, he's in the pit, so that's all good. Brother John, the very same, but right now we're all eyes on Sheer Insanity. Alright, and there we go. We've just hit the checkered flag. The Sheer Insanity is able to promote himself ahead of Flex with a 127.329, but he doesn't beat his teammate, Rafa. Meanwhile, Camborne has just started his lap. We'll be coming to him in a moment. Rafa, retiring. There's going to be no further time for him. So here we go. What is Flex going to be able to do? He has got a green and a purple. This is everything that the AlphaTauri driver can do to get himself onto pole to get his championship charge back on track after a rough series of absences, retirements, and disconnections. Here comes Flex, and that's Flex on pole! 127.18, but now we have to go to Camborne. He would have been the only man who could have stopped it, but no, Cam is not on a hot lap. And that's going to be qualifying for you. We have got, ladies and gentlemen, Flex on pole position. RFX Rafa lining up in 2nd place. Sheer Insanity 3rd. Lord Raptor 4th in his first appearance with FRL. And Camborne in 5th. Brother John and Dubman himself. And then we go back to Raro and Red Baron, who will be starting 8th and 9th. All of the top 10 qualifiers on the softs. Balzac running P11. Then JL Patel on mediums with a 128.9. Get Dunked and Nameless Nate. GRB in a base is not able to set a lap time, and now Susiadan unfortunately disconnected during the very start of the session. and I ran in at the last minute. We thought he was in, and then just painfully excluded from qualifying. Alright, and with Cam in the pits, that should be the end of this session.
Hey, Chaos, do you know who this GRB guy is?
I have no clue who he is.
Okay. I'm gonna pull everyone into official then.
Alright. Are we thinking we might restart the session if we've got someone who's not supposed to be in here in?
A random, even though this is locked down. Did someone invite somebody?
I did not.
Anyone know who this GRB? I lost his name.
In a
we were
base.
just wondering that.
Yeah, we were just talking about that.
Okay. I wonder. Let me make sure I don't have someone named GRB that I invited. That. Yeah, I don't know who that is.
We can do a custom grid, right? Can't you just
Yes,
add a race
and that would also allow El Suciadan to get back in because he got excluded.
Yeah, so just
Yeah,
screenshot
I
this
think
list and do
we're-
a custom grid.
I think we're
Yeah,
gonna have
I
to.
think we got to do that.
Just check his profile and search for friends in common.
Do you have the screenshot? Does someone have a screenshot? I don't have it yet.
I've got 1 through 14.
And I've got the back.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Sorry, gents. So yeah, everyone can go ahead and exit. This will mean, I mean, just to be upfront, that everyone gets fresh tires. That's the one downside to the custom grid.
But,
So-
you know,
God. Thank
we,
God.
That's just-
it's
that's
better
just what it's
that
gonna be.
than
My
a
tires
rogue
are
factor in the race.
Yeah.
I was gonna say if unless you ruined your tires in qualifying, your all the race strategies are probably going to look pretty similar. So, not
Oh,
not
yeah.
We at least know everyone in the top 10 should be on a soft.
Okay, so
So are
I'll
we
retire.
exiting out of this? Are we exiting
Yeah,
out
yeah,
of
yeah,
this?
we're
yeah.
all
Go
retire.
ahead and exit, and I'll get everyone back in here. I will triple check. I'm
All right, and-
99.9% sure I've set it to a closed lobby.
Sorry,
So-
friend, it was
He-
actually
it's
my
closed.
fault.
What'd you say, Jay?
Oh.
My bad. I think I invited him, apparently. Sorry.
Okay.
No worries.
It happens.
I
You
can't
know,
believe it.
happy coincidences. This lets El Suciadan back in.
I can't believe it.
All right.
Lucky MF. Yeah.
As if we needed somebody so fast back in the
Yeah.
race.
I know, right?
Thumbs up
All
from
right,
the peanut gallery back here.
invites coming through. Yeah, Chaos, Nate, Jay,
Is Lord
Reddit,
Raptor
Sheer.
in the Discord right now?
Probably not. He probably has no idea what's going on because he said he
Yeah.
doesn't want to be in voice. So
Someone send him a Steam message and just explain we're remaking the lobby. I don't have him on my friends list, so someone else will have to do that. Oh, good. Lord
Fuck, dude.
Raptor's back in.
Okay, this time it's my fault because I forgot to change it.
They joined so fast.
Dude, it was as soon as they see, and the shitty thing is you can't kick them in certain scenarios. I can't figure out why sometimes I can't kick people.
So we leaving this one too?
No, hold on. Okay, it's just. Oh, I think he left.
Yeah, Roberto left.
Okay. No, that's the guy I kicked, but the other guy.
Ah.
Okay, yeah, we're good. We're good.
We're all
Right,
the
anybody
race.
not in here?
Over here.
Who's that? Oh, Rafa. Okay.
Dude, I'm gonna buy
Okay,
a lottery ticket.
All right.
Yeah. Okay, whoever had the screenshot up front, give that, and then I'll give the lower positions.
Don't forget to change
15 and 16
race.
is just me and El Susi.
Yeah. Let me get on here. Okay, so it's Britain. I've never done this before, so this will be interesting.
You said you had the front, or do you need it?
Someone else read the first two. I've got 3rd through 16th.
Oh yeah, Balzac first. Yeah.
Ah, man, he's bringing out the McLaren rule again.
Flex 1, Rafa 2.
Okay, yeah. Hold on one second. How the fuck does this work?
I think that was a glitch. I think Flex was actually 11th. I think it just removed the 1 by accident.
Easy there, Sheer.
Oh, that's what. Oh, okay.
Oh my god, this is such an unintuitive. Alright, sorry. Rafa was first, or who was first?
Flex 1,
Flex.
Rafa 2.
Okay,
Yeah, Flex took
Rafa
pole.
2. Flex.
Sheer is third.
Rafa 2. Sheer. Okay.
Lord Raptor fourth.
Get in there, Raptor.
Camborn P5.
Of course.
Brother John P6.
Bro John. What's up?
Doveman himself P7.
Alright.
Raro, you and Red Baron are 8th and 9th.
Let's go, Aston.
Fiji / Merc W is 10th.
P1.
Okay.
Balzac 11th.
Mm-hmm.
JP 12th.
Mm-hmm.
Get Dunked 13th.
Yep.
Nameless Nate 14th.
Okay.
And El Sucio Dan will be 15th with no qualifying time.
So I only have 14 people.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Did we just
Oh,
lose?
Lord left.
Oh
Yeah, you
shoot.
missed the random dude.
All right. Yeah, that's not the random dude. That's So we
That's what I
should
mean,
have
the new
15.
guy.
We should have 15 cars now that we've gotten
Yeah,
rid of GP
let me.
enemies. Let's just get Lord Raptor back in. We want him here with that fourth place.
To be fair, this is why I told him I wanted him to stay in chat. So the one time we have issues, of course.
Yeah.
He's in chat, but I think he's muted. His green light.
Oh, okay.
Hey,
Cool,
Lord
cool,
Raptor.
cool. Raptor, I just sent you another invite. Sorry, we for the first time in FRL history, we had enough things happen. We got to remake, so we're doing a custom grid. So
So we just there we go. Yeah. There's Lord Raptor. Do we need to? Did it promote everyone one position, or do we just get to set him as fourth?
no, the way that I just have to move him into the right spot. He'll be good.
Cool.
And he was P4,
P4.
right? Okay, so going through the list one more time, just because I don't want to do this ever again. So we've got Flex P1, Rafa P2, Sheer P3, Raptor P4, Cam P5, Brother John P6, Dubman P7, Raro P8, Red P9, Fiji P10, Balzac P11, Jay P12, Get Dunked P13, Nate 14, Sucio 15.
That is correct. And also, every single person who is in the top 10 is required to start on softs. Everyone outside of the top 10 has free choice.
Yep. Please.
If this magically turns into a wet race, I'm gonna be so upset.
Yeah, it might just
that would
race
be
wet.
hilarious.
That calls for
Alright.
another rebuild if it comes out wet.
I think we should do custom weather and make it a dry race. Just saying. That's my vote.
It did say
We
dry.
just lost some. That's not a bad plan. Custom weather.
Okay, hold on. Everyone unready. Who did we lose?
I
Oh,
think
we lost
Lord
Lord again. Lord, are you having lobby issues? Your mic's not working, by the way. You might be muted.
Yeah, I was definitely muted. Yeah, I was in the lobby, and then after I just got booted.
What the fuck?
Okay, let's just get you back in and then we'll launch right away. And Brother John, Fiji, don't forget to set your teams.
Oh, alright.
Okay. Invite sent. Let's see if I gotta redo this again.
Alright, Lord Raptor, just set your team. Good, good.
Everyone ready? Let's go.
Hold on, I gotta get him in the right spot again. P4.
Never mind, don't everyone ready.
P4, Lord Raptor. Alright,
Okay.
there we go. Alright.
Alright, and please, so we do have a formation lap, but please let me hit the go to track still. Give everyone just a second, especially with all the chaos. And then we'll get started.
Yeah, you'll have to reset your car setup as an FYI to everyone.
Okay, good thinking there. Alright, dudes, good luck. Sorry for the inconvenience there.
Yep, good luck, guys.
And if anyone ever crashes up and wants to join in commentary, just send me a little message and I'll pull you into the commentary room.
Beautiful.
Hopefully no one has to do that. Alright, and after that false start, we are now going to be properly getting into the race itself. Once again, I am Chaos with FRL, bringing you the Silverstone Grand Prix of our 3rd season. We've got 15 drivers who will be lining up on the grid, and it's going to be a real championship battle up there. I'm barely even daring to press anything, hoping that it holds out well. Ooh, those are cloudy skies. But a cloudy day in England is to be expected, I imagine. Alright, just waiting for everyone to get in and to get their strategies set up. Why don't I take a moment now to bring up our championship standings. So leading the championship right now is Flex. And he's got 122 points. Camborne is the closest competitor. Actually, he's tied right now with Kenny LaFleur, 114 points for each of them. However, Kenny is not here tonight in his Red Bull. Luke Brax also not present at 79 points, and Raro at 76. Prestige is currently at 66 points. Rafa at 63, but Rafa has been on a tear as of late. El Sucio Dan, saved by the bell here, as he's got 60 points and will be able to continue his attempt to fight his way back into the championship. Balzac with 58 points, and then we've got a gap back to Ian Bragg, so his 30 points, a very good showing for only 3 appearances. And Sheer Insanity, only 20 points on this guy, but he has had some huge results. Almost all those points, in fact, come from a single second place, but he has always been at the very front of the pace here. He just needs to nail down that reliability, get some finishes in, and he's going to be one of the top 3 or 4 drivers this season. J.L. Patel with 20 points in 12th position is followed by Nameless Nate, who's been consistently right on the edge of the points, either in or just outside with 18. Red Baron with 16, having a rough start to the season compared to previous years, but he's been starting to pick it up lately, so that's good to see. Brother John with 16 points. Also had a tough start to the season, but he's been able to pull in a couple of nice results in the last few races. We're 30 seconds to start time, so let's go on through Get Dunked, Taylor Funk, T Goldie, Fiji Dumbo Dubman, and Jaeger Shot. So here we are. We've got pole position is going to be, I believe that's Flex, who just took it ahead of RFX Rafa. And here we go. As we head out for our formation lap. Oh goodness! Rafa just whoops, that's an awkward thing to have happen on a formation lap. Just getting out of the way, hopefully he doesn't get himself... Alright, Rafa gets himself disqualified from the session. He is going to have some cold tires at the start. That is a rough thing to have happen. Flex leading the way over Sheer Insanity. And we've got a moment to take stock of things there. Rafa just needs to calm himself, but he is going to be at a big disadvantage at the start, and that is going to be a huge thing for Sheer and for Lord Raptor. Flex, Sheer, and Lord Raptor are all apparently familiar with each other. All of these guys, some of the newer racers into FRL, but they've been really making a big mark in the league. But it's been Camborne who's really been the dark horse of this year. If you'd made me guess who was going to be in, second place in the championship at the very beginning, I wouldn't have guessed Cam, but he's just been so consistent. He's been putting in really strong results over and over and over again. And with the inconsistency of a bunch of his rivals, Cam has been pushing himself right into championship contention. And here we are again, a nice qualifying position. He's 5th. He's a couple of positions back from Rafa, who is going to have a rough time at the start. Actually, is he? I think he's going to get to start. That was just disqualification, if I'm not mistaken, from a formation lap. Just means that you start on cold tires. Brother John, meanwhile, nice qualifying in P6 there for him. And for some of the people who've got a bit out of position, let me point to Balzac, let me point to El Sucio Dan. Ooh! That was a little unsettling. We got some interposition going on here. Someone call a quantum physicist because there is some sort of violation of Pauli exclusion principle going on right now. Alright. And the cars gather on the grid. Everyone's in position. And we're just waiting for the race to start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights on. And they're off! It's a good start for Flex. As expected, it's a rough start for for Rafa, and he is dropping down the positions quickly. Here we go. Lord Raptor drops a few himself. And Flex holds the lead ahead of Sheer Insanity and Camborne. Oh, we've got some side-by-side with the Dubman himself and Lord Raptor. And the Haas's dueling with each other, but let's take a look at Flex, who is leading the race here. Ahead of Sheer Insanity, and then we've got Cam, Raro, Brother John, Dubman himself, Lord Raptor, Fiji once again having a huge start to the race. Let's just have a look at Fiji here, because he was bringing the fight last race. It was some intense midfield action that was all happening around this guy. But further back, we've got a bit more activity. I think we've got Balzac looking if he can maybe make a move on Red Baron here. The driver's making their way down now towards Maggots and Beckett's. This is going to be the first time through the Estes, and it doesn't look like anyone is going to be daring to go side by side through this. So El Sucio Dan is up from 15th to 3rd, get dunked, having possibly a little bit of a fight here with Animal Saint. Let's see if anyone is close enough to be making a fight here. We go on board with Fiji. There's a little bit of a gap to everyone. Lord Raptor is just ahead. So, big winners and losers there. Raro has a fantastic start. He is up to 4th position, and he is on these soft tires. Lord Raptor was the big reason for him making up those positions. He's down 3, and Rafa finds himself down 7 positions, but he's got his tires up to temperature. Now Rafa can start fighting his way back. Balzac has actually held position, while Dan is up by 3. Lord Raptor and Dubman look like they're going to be getting into a bit of a fight here again. So Lord Raptor, rookie this year, but he is really making a mark for himself. We've got a bit of a battle between Balzac and El Sucio Dan. The Ferrari coming right in on the back of Balzac. He's going to make a move around the outside. Here we go, side by side, and he brakes a little bit late. Balzac takes the inside line, but it's going to turn into the outside line just if El Sucio Dan can hold this. They are both on the medium tires here, and oh, El Sucio Dan leaves him the space, but he doesn't leave him the line, and that is going to be position. However, we've got Jail Patel, who is suddenly poking himself in on this battle. And Jay, woo, that is a tricky line, and Balzac is now able to make his way through here, and let's see what's going to happen as Get Dunked is looking to get in on the action. Jail Patel is dropped back down behind Balzac as El Sucio Dan leads this little group of 4, soon to be a group of 5, Nameless Nate right behind here, but we're going to take a moment and go up ahead because we have got Lord Raptor right behind Dubman himself. Looks like that nothing is going to come of this, so let's see how this little action is unfolding. El Sucio Dan leading just ahead of Balzac. And Jay Patel is going to make a move up the inside. He's going for it. But that's going to cost him a little bit. And now maybe Get Dunked can take advantage of this. It's a very, very close battle here at the very back of the grid, but these guys don't want to tangle with each other so much. They're starting to have a bit of a gap form for them. El Suciodan, you can see, is already starting to push a line here. Oh, Jay Patel goes a little bit deep, but there's not an opening for Get Dunked to take advantage. Just at the end of the straight here, we've got Fiji chasing down Lord Raptor, who continues to be behind Dubman himself. We're at the back of what's really the front group here. We've got a bit of a lead starting to form now. If we go to the leader, we can see here, with Flex, he's building a nice gap up to Sheer Insanity, who himself has a gap up to Camboard. What was I saying? Cam just really dark horsing it here, but Bravo is not giving Cam the opportunity to rest. Cam, however, Bravo I should say, has built a gap up to Brother John, but it's not quite outside of DRS range yet. Dubman himself is leading this little battling group here, but have a look at these guys behind him. It's Lord Raptor, it is Fiji Dumbo, and it is RFX Rafa, who is right on the back of Fiji. A few positions back, we've got some aggression coming in here from Jail Patel. You know he's going to bring that aggression as he goes around the outside of Stowe. Let's see if he's able to take the line. He does. Balzac is demoted to position. Is Balzac going to break a little bit later here? No, he's not, and his line is compromised. This opens up an opportunity for Get Dunked to maybe make a bit of a move, and as that concertina effect takes action, this just puts Nameless Nate right onto the back of Get Dunked. While battling up and down the grid here, although the leaders are starting to pull out a bit of a gap, this is the tightest fight that you're going to see in this race as we watch Balzac make his way down the middle straight, through Brooklands, and then into Sector 2 here, chasing down Balzac still, and El Suciodan is starting to bridge his way up. He needs to get caught onto the back of Red Baron after that 15th place start. So, El Suciodan is up, Rafa is down, and it looks like they're about to meet in the middle here. Get Dunked trying to pursue here, and I think we need to go and watch Raro because he's right behind Cam. And this is a big run, lots of energy expended, and Raro up into 3rd place, demoting Camboard. And just behind, we've got some side-by-side with the Haas teammates, Lord Raptor, up the inside of Dubman. Dubman takes a wide line. Is he going to try and fight it, or is he going to accept a position loss? Oh, and Fiji, whoa! Pardon me, Rafa just taking a pit stop there made me miss the move because I wanted to see what was going on, but Fiji with the lunge on Dubman. A little bit of history between these two. They had a bit of an incident in turn 4 of Austria on the 3rd lap last race. So Rafa is the first to pit, and why don't we take a moment now to switch over from position change to start looking at the tire strategies. Rafa has said enough of these softs. I'm going on to the mediums. Get Dunked has Nameless Nate right on his tail here. Meanwhile, El Suciodan, again, racing on these mediums, so he's going to just get a steadily better and better tire advantage. And we know how good El Suciodan is here. Red Baron is going to be hard-pressed to fight him off. He might even try to make a move into Cops, which would be gutsy, but he thinks better of it. He knows that Red Baron with those softs is still going to be able to do more. But instead, El Suciodan takes a really nice line here. They're going to go side by side. And Red Baron ultimately knows he's not able to fight that one. Not for too long. He's focused on his own race. Just need to keep it clean. And he could be pulling in a couple more much needed points. Up ahead, we've got Lord Raptor right behind Brother John. Seeing if he can get anything done here. He is one of the closest racers right now, although Red Baron isn't really letting El Suciodan get far out of his sights. Seeing if he can do anything there. But let's go on board with Fiji Domo, who's right behind Lord Raptor. Fiji has been bringing the fight today, and he has been showing a nice turn of pace. Meanwhile, up in the front, I need to point out that the lead is really collapsing here. Flex is right close pursuit by sheer insanity. And we've got a retirement. Nameless Nate is out. He crashes out of turn 1, and that's going to be a safety car. This is going to be big for Rafa, who's going to be able to catch right back up on everyone. And that's Nameless Nate out of the session. Safety car is out, and let's take a look at positions. We've got Flex pursued by sheer insanity. Raro and Camborne. Brother John just ahead of Lord Raptor and Fiji. Dubman himself in 8th position, followed by El Sucio Dan, Red Baron, Jael Patel, Balzac Get Dunked. RFX Rafa has already pitted, he's through the safety car. Now, let's see what's going to happen here. There's going to be a lot of strategy decisions to be made here. Who is going to want to get off of these softs right now? I think it's going to be a lot of people, and that's going to be very, very costly for drivers like Camborne, whose teammates are just ahead of them. It's also going to be an issue for Lord Raptor and Dubman himself, but people like Sheer Insanity, like Raro, and like Fiji Duma are going to have an advantage here. So let's see what happens. In goes Flex. Sheer Insanity stays out. Raro is in. Camborne is in. Brother John is in. Lord Raptor is in. Fiji is in. And Dubman, there we go, Dubman choosing not to get caught up behind his teammate. He is going to stay out. Red Baron, meanwhile, coming in here, and let's see what El Sucio Dan is going to do. He is also staying out. Makes sense. Red Baron staying out, of course, makes sense given that his teammate was in the pits, although there might have been enough of a gap for him to get away with it. Also not coming in, we have Balzac, who is staying out on his medium, so now everyone who started on the alternate strategy is finding themselves up at the front. So Flex comes out on mediums, Raro on the mediums, Camborne on the mediums, Brother John, Lord Raptor, Fiji out on the hards. And now let's see where Rafa's going to come out here. It looks like, actually, having taken that pit stop just beforehand isn't going... Oh, Brother John is disconnected from the session. Hopefully he's able to get back in soon. I'll send him an invite. He is offline. Oh no, that's a frustrating moment there. Oh no, and Brother John is out. There's nothing to be done. So Brother John retires out from the safety car, and that is one of the McLarens gone. Balzac's still in though. Of course, Balzac just maybe, well, nah, he wouldn't want to pit. Not on 6-lap old mediums. These are still good. Now we're going to see if there's going to be any... Oh, Brother John's back, but he's been disqualified. Oh, dear. It's very odd that the computer didn't drive him. So it looks like everyone who stayed out on those softs is going to continue, and they've got one more lap under the safety car. Rafa, pitting again. Well, might as well, I suppose. He's right at the back, so he can make his choice of strategy. And he puts on a new pair of mediums. Well, this is going to be a big recovery drive from Rafa. After qualifying P2, but getting disqualified from the warm-up lap, it just gave him a bad start, and then things just went from bad to worse for him. But he's going to be close to the group here, so he'll be able to do something. And the two leaders are going to be on tires that are not going to last nearly as long as anyone else. So we've got Sheer Insanity, Dubman, El Sucio Dan, and Red Baron. Jael Patel is actually on strategy running P2 right now. Look at that. Followed by Balzac, Get Dunked. And now, the first of the guys who's pitted, we've got Flex, Raro, Camborne. Note that Raro did end up ahead of Camborne because of Cam being delayed by having his teammate also do a pit stop. Lord Raptor is the leader of the racers on the hard tire, followed by Fiji, and followed by Rafa, who's just caught up right back to the back of this group. The safety car will be in this lap. I know, hey, sorry to have you go, Nate. And we lost Brother John as well. Disconnected, and then his car stopped moving, and that was very strange. Normally the AI takes over, but in this case it parked him in the exit of the pit lane, and Brother John was removed from the race. Just real rough luck for him today. And that leaves 13 drivers left in this race. The safety car is indeed called in this lap. So we're going to have Sheer leading the way here, followed by Dubman, El Sucio Dan, Red Baron, Jayol Patel and Balzac, Get Dunked and Flex, Raro Camborn, Lord Raptor on the hards, Fiji Dumbo on the hards, and Rafa coming in on the mediums. Going to be making some aggressive moves, but he's going to have the exact same tire strategy as several of the vehicles ahead of him. Here we go. Sheer Insanity now, leading the way. Did Get Dunk just spin, or did he lose position? So, oh, that's Flex going into the pits? What's happening? Goodness. Well, no more time to look at that, because we've got the restart going on. Oh, man. Oh, dear. And that's a big moment. Dubman himself spins off the track, and he is out of here. I think there might have been some damage onto El Sucio Dan, but I'm not certain. Red Baron holding third place, and Dubman drops right back to the end of this group, but he is back on the track. And Dubman gets a 10-second time penalty for exceeding track limits. That, oh man, when things get rough, they really get rough here. Get Dunk goes wide, and Lord Raptor now has the line on the inside of him. Coming down in. Late braking, is there anything that Get Dunk can do? Any cutback perhaps? Up ahead, we've got a little bit of side-by-side action here with Fiji and RFX Rafa. Rafa says, give me that. And Rafa is not going to take no for an answer here. Fiji Dumbo, of course, going to have a tough time fighting there. And Dubman going very, very slow here. Yeah, he can't take much speed at all with that damaged front wing. Oh, and a penalty just adding insult to injury. So Sheer Insanity leads this race, followed by El Sucio Dan. Red Baron running P3 right now, but he's falling back with El Sucio Dan. Jayol Patel, meanwhile, right behind Red Baron, and you know Jay is just going to be salivating for this fight. He knows that he can take this position. Red Baron is on aging softs. Jay's mediums are going to be lasting quite a bit longer. Further back, we've got Rafa right behind Camborn. Keep in mind, Raro is now functionally the leader of the race once everyone else has done their pit stops, but the strategies might play out a little bit differently here. And here he is. This is Raro right behind Balzac. He's got the fresh tires, but he needs to know, don't be ridiculous here. Don't make a dangerous move. Well, hey, you know what? He's making a safe move because we know Balzac, he's a gentleman. He isn't going to just punt someone off, and Raro has the fresher tires right now, so Balzac is going to let that go. Or is he? He's got a very nice exit, and he's going to take a line up the inside here. He brakes, Raro leaves space, and they keep it clean. And that looks like Raro has secured the position for the time being. But let's see if he can hold it. Dubman himself in the pits, and that drops him behind Flex, but look at that, Flex is going to need a safety car if he is going to get back into this race. Right now, without that, he's going to be lucky to get even back into the points. Although I think he could probably make up a second lap on some of his competitors, which is what it's going to take right now. Balzac falling slowly behind Raro, but he's still got one more straight at the very least of DRS. Alright, of course, DRS is not yet activated. So, 13 cars remain in this race, and the leader is Sheer Insanity. Meanwhile, Camborn is the next who's going to be challenging Balzac. Camborn is effectively P2 on strategy, but currently P7. It looks like Balzac has stayed close enough that he's going to keep DRS for the moment. Actually, he's just fallen outside of that 1 second gap that he needs. Meanwhile, Jayol Patel is all over the back of Red Baron, and we know that Sheer and Red Baron are going to have to be pitting soon. They can't last much longer on their tires. We've got Fiji and Lord Raptor very close to each other here, but not quite close enough for a move to happen. So let's move a little bit ahead. We've got Jayol Patel all over Red Baron. We were saying he was going to be looking for the fight. And hey, you know, Red Baron isn't giving it up lightly. Jay takes a bit of a wide line here, and Raro has a run as well. Let's see if Raro's able to get something done here, actually. Here we go. The DRS is open. Jail Patel up the inside of Red Baron. Oh, I'd love to hear the Aston Martin team chat right now. I'm sure Raro's saying, hey, just let me through. Play it chill, Red. Play it chill. And he does. There we go. Looks like we've got some good teamwork there. As Red Baron backs... Oh! And he spins as he backs out of the position. Oh, that's painful. Oh! That's a scary moment right there, but fortunately he's ghosted. Meanwhile, Sheer Insanity is taking his necessary pit stop, and that is it for the drivers who were on the softs. Sheer has pitted, Red Baron has spun, and he's going to have to pit as well. So that means... Oh no, he loses it again. His tires are so hot right now. Okay, this is the moment where you need to reset. You need to think, okay, I'm getting the race back. I'm still in this. I can still get myself some points. Sheer Insanity coming around, and, well, this is the difference. Oh, no! Red Baron spins again. Just everything falls apart in that moment. I was saying, you know, make the team move, but maybe the team move was just taking to the pits right there to get out of the way. Unfortunate for him, but the race goes on. Right now, Jail Patel is being pursued by Rarocopter as Balzac and Rafa just have an exchange of positions. Rafa goes up on Balzac. Balzac is going to try and go. Is he going to make a move here? No, his tires are much too old for that. Raro right behind Jail Patel as they come out onto the hangar straight. I think we need to get a little bit of a look as he just races past. There's no defense whatsoever. Getting the telemetry turned on there. There's going to be no coming back on that move for Jail Patel. Bravo is just going to have too much pace for the time being, and he's going to start pulling away. But if Jay can stay close, he might be able to grab himself a little bit of DRS, which could help give him some position for this. Jail Patel picks up a time penalty as we come to the halfway point of this race. Bravo looking very good at the moment. And Lord Raptor chasing just behind Fiji. These are the two guys who are running their own strategy. They're on the hards, so don't expect them to be pitting again. And if they can stay close enough to the medium operators, Red Baron into the pits, and that is going to allow Flex through, and Dubman himself is going to come through. Let's see if he's going to be able to catch up on that group. But for the moment, let's go to Fiji, who is being pursued by Lord Raptor. Lord Raptor, of course, qualified P4. He went for the strategy to take him onto the hard tires. And it looks like for the moment, Fiji is pulling out just a bit of a gap, but it's not enough to escape DRS range. And that is exactly what Lord Raptor wants to see. He's able to pursue, he's able to stay close, and if he thinks he has enough pace, he's just going to push his way through on Fiji. But you have to take some of these corners so very, very slow. Up ahead, we've got some moves here, and we've got Camborne making his way through on Jail Patel. Jay on 12-lap-old medium tires, same as El Sucio Dan. They're both going to have to pit. Now the key question is, and by the way, that's the fastest lap for your man Cam97. And this front group is really starting to coalesce together. A bit redundant to say, I suppose, but Raro is leading Cam by just a short ways, and Jail Patel is right behind that. And I think Cam might be in a position to charge Raro. This is for effective race lead right now. But if we're to take a moment and look at how much charge they have, Cam has spent a lot in his aggression earlier, and Raro has still held on quite a bit, so he's going to be a tough nut to crack for the time being. Jail Patel is on these 13-lap-old tires, and now Rafa has made his way back from a pit stop right at the end of the last safety car. He is now up into 5th position. This is actually a net 3rd at the moment after we take strategy into account. But we could be seeing, let's see, something interesting from El Sucio Dan. He's definitely not a driver to write out. So this is Rafa on Jail Patel. Jay has a lot, but he's not spending it, and that is going to allow Rafa through. I think Jay is just saying, you know what, right now my fight is with Balzac, and I got a couple of seconds to that papaya. So Rafa seizes 4th position, and now we've got the lead of the race by El Sucio Dan on 8-lap older tires than Raro and Camborne. Lord Raptor continuing his dogged pursuit of Fiji Domo. And we'll see what he's able to do with that. So right now, this is purely a battle of on-track skill because they're on the exact same strategy. They haven't taken a step separate from each other this race, but Fiji has been up several positions, Lord Raptor's lost a couple, and he's definitely been able to stay close enough to maintain a DRS gap. So this is going to be an important fight to watch, because just so long as these guys are able to stay within spitting distance of the lead group, they're very realistic shots at the podium here. Lord Raptor, looking at his qualifying pace, definitely not an outsider, but Fiji, he's really been plagued by some inconsistency during the races. Oh, that's a yellow flag, and what is that? That is Dubman. Dubman has had a moment and lost it just going onto the front straight, but he's able to get back on, and that is going to put him into a fight with Red Baron as these two drivers trade places for 12th. But I looked away, and what's this? That is Camborne making move for the effective race lead on Raro. Sorry for missing that one, but we've got a big moment in the race here as Cam seizes position from Rarocopter. They're on the same strategy, so this is very, very important for the race. There is not going to be any pit move that is going to put one ahead of the other unless we perhaps get ourselves an undercut strategy of some sort. Dubman himself looks like he's had another little moment there, just like Red Baron, overcooked the tires, and then you have to be so gentle on them for the first little bit just to get the tire temperature back under control. So Raro is going to see if he can get back on Cam there. Once again, Raro maintaining a higher amount of available energy, whereas Cam has gotten a little bit low. But now Rafa is right behind Raro, and he's going to be a major threat. So he's right behind him. This is going to be a DRS train. Of course, as long as Raro is able to keep his gap to Camborne, there's not going to be an individual DRS advantage, although you could imagine Rafa getting himself a double toe here. Oh dear, what was that? Is that... oh no. Dubman is out of the race. I'm not sure if he took completely destructive damage there, or let's have a look as we come through here. Dubman is out of the session. Is his tire gone? Yeah, his tire is gone. Safety car is out. Safety car is out, and El Sucio Dan is into the pits. Camborne stays out, Raro stays out, Rafa stays out, Jail Patel and Balzac are taking this golden opportunity to get off of their mediums. Lord Raptor also pitting in off the hards. He's going to say, hey, you know what, I'll take some faster tires for the last couple of laps. And so too does Fiji, following step for step his rival's strategy this race. Get dunked also in, and this is going to allow sheer insanity to get through. But he has to lose a bunch of time here. Oh, he wants to be as close to that delta as possible as Flex goes into the pits. So Shear's going to pop up a couple of positions here on these medium tires, and it's going to drop him just behind El Sucio Dan. So Dan is in 4th position now, and these gaps are going to be compressed away into absolutely nothing. So Camborne now leads Raro, leads Rafa. The 3 leaders have decided they are not going to pit. El Sucio Dan, running that counter strategy, now gets to put on the softs, and oh my goodness, that's a chef kiss right there. From last on the grid, El Sucio Dan finds himself in 4th position with faster tires than every single driver in front of him. Plus, he's not going to have to run too long. There's going to be a couple more laps, as we can see Red Baron going into the pits, just going to get off these mediums, going to put on some softs, I imagine, and sprint to the end. Or actually, no, I should correct myself. He is, what is he doing? Yeah, there we go. He is indeed putting on the softs. So, Camborne is leading the race right now, followed by Raro and Rafa. El Sucio Dan, the leader of the soft runners, followed by Sheer Insanity, who has slightly fresher mediums. So Dan and Insanity, both in nice places there. Jail Patel in P6. Oh, that is looking good for him. And Balzac in P7. It's all working out for him. Lord Raptor coming in, and he is off his hard tires and onto some mediums. And Fiji right behind him. Then we've got Get Dunked, who's just catching up towards the back of the train here, followed by Flex and Red Baron, who are both going to be able to get back into this group here. I think we might have one or at least 2 more laps of safety car, since Red Baron is a little ways back, but this is going to get him back into the fight. Hey Stumpy, how's it going? So we've got a safety car, and then we have got a sprint to the finish here. And it's going to be a real show here. We've got Camborne, who's going to be leading the safety car restart, and the 2 cars behind him, Raro and RFX Rafa, are going to find themselves under threat from El Susiodan, Sheer Insanity, Jail Patel and Balzac, Lord Raptor, and Merc W, which is to say Fiji Dumbo. These guys are all in a position to make some moves against the car ahead. So now we're just waiting. Flex is almost caught up to the back, and we've got Red Baron charging his way around. If he can get caught up by Maggots and Beckett's, then that should be all we need to get this race going, but he's got a little bit of space he still needs to make up. So once again, this is really a tale of converging races. So we have the guys who ran the initial strategy. We've got Camborne, we've got Raro, and we've got Rafa. To a lesser extent, we've got Sheer Insanity, although he pitted a little bit later. So these guys started off on the softs, and then they pitted under the first safety car, and they threw on their medium tires. And then you've got El Susiodan, Jail Patel, and Balzac, who were running the counter strategy, and they were running long, and they took this opportunity to put on the softs, and now they have a huge potential advantage late on. I think we're going to get one more lap. Oh dear, Red Baron picking up a time penalty under the safety car. That's going to be a little bit annoying for him. So we're going to probably have one more lap under the safety car before we get going. But right here, we've got Balzac, who is currently 3rd place of the drivers running on the soft. Of course, there's not likely to be any more pit stops for any of these guys. Cam, Raro, and Rafa are committed to running to the end now. So they're going to be relying on their pace and their skill to hold off drivers who may have a absolutely superior tire advantage. So Red Baron catches up right now, but we've got one further lap under the safety car. The whole grid is back together, and it is being led by Cam. So what more is to be said here? Let's talk about the relevance for the whole championship here. So right now, the fight at the front is between Flex and Camborne. And if you look, you'll see that Flex is actually right down by the back of this group. But he can see Cam. Flex has had a huge string of wins, and he's always shown some massive pace here. But he finds himself having more of that, bad luck, strategy not working out as you'd want it to. Just things turning out suboptimally for him over these last couple of races, and it's really letting other drivers into the championship. Meanwhile, El Susiodan, let's talk about this man for a moment. He went from getting disconnected at the start of qualifying and looking like he wasn't even going to be able to take part in the race, to possibly now being, I think, the odds-on favorite for victory here. He's just going to have to do a sprint on these soft tires, and he's going to have an immense advantage over top of Camborne, Raro, and RFX Rafa. The blue and green cars ahead are not going to have much that they can do against the red of El Susiodan, as he comes in and says, hey, don't forget about me, I am a championship contender as well. I am a multiple-time race winner. I am the guy who brought the fight in the last season. I am the reigning champion. And now we're going to see if he can really start putting his mark on the championship and hauling himself back towards Flex, towards Kenny, towards Camborne. Sheer Insanity, also not to be underestimated. He doesn't have the soft advantage, but he does have 4-lap fresher tires than the leaders, and he could definitely get himself into a podium position with a little bit of well-placed aggression. Jail Patel, he's a wild card. You don't know what's going to happen here. The safety car is going to be coming in this lap, so we don't have much longer to consider. But we've also got Balzac, who could be looking on for a very nice result. Everyone in the back 6 positions here is going to be, in fact, back 7 positions is going to be on some very, very fresh rubber, looking to make moves happen. So embrace the chaos, get ready for this, because we are getting a restart led by Camborne. The safety car pulls in, and we come through Vale. It's up to Cam to decide when we go, but he can take it away at any moment. He's going to want to put the power down through the corner here. Oh goodness! Cam spins off on the restart and Raro leads the race. Huge moment for the championship here as Cam spins out and he drops all the way down to the very back. We are followed by Rafa, Dan, Sheer Insanity, Jail Patel, Balzac, Lord Raptor, Fiji Domo, Get Dunked, Flex, Red Baron, Camborne kicking himself. Oh no! What an awful moment for Flex there. But now, Raro leads, and it's all about what El Sucio Dan can do. Look, he's right up in the diffuser of Rafa. He's deploying, gonna see if he can make a late-breaking move here. He's going to be patient. He knows that he doesn't have to make the move immediately. And additionally, Rafa wants to get past Raro because he's gonna be held up here. Oh goodness, Dan was going for a little bit of deployment there. Was he considering a move into cops? He doesn't need to go for something quite that gutsy. So here we go. The opportunities are going to come. He just needs to get a good exit out of Beckett's. He's very close. He has to back off just a little bit, but now the power is down and El Sucio Dan is charging. Rafa just ahead also has a lot stored, and Rafa is maybe going to make a move on Raro. Raro takes the outside, Rafa the inside line, and now El Sucio Dan going really tight on the inside, and he's going to push through. Raro is going to lose 2 positions in very little time. Is he going to try and hold on to this? Yes, he is, but around the outside, El Sucio Dan takes it, and now Sheer Insanity is right behind Raro as El Sucio Dan begins to look at Rafa. Rafa is now sprinting, trying to get away from that Ferrari. Keep him away from me, man. I do not want the Dan on my tail, but he is chasing him down. He is hauling him in. He is pulling in that fishing line and saying, oh, this looks like a nice little catch, but I think I'd prefer something a little bit bigger. How about that first place trophy? Sheer Insanity right behind Raro, and Jail Patel is right behind Sheer Insanity. Remember, Jay is on the same strategy as El Sucio Dan. So is Balzac, and Balzac is here too. It's a party, and we've got to fight for the lead as El Sucio Dan is right behind Raro. We've got some position changes at the back there. And let's see what happened here. Get Dunk loses a place to Red Baron. Camborne coming back. But we've got to have a look at El Sucio Dan here. Is he going to be able to maybe get a bit of a run on Rafa? They have similar lines through cops. Raro is just slipping out to the very edge. We go through the DRS detection pointing critically. Raro has lost his DRS. Sheer Insanity is now going to get a chance to move on Raro, and that safety car worked out so well for his rivals, and Raro suddenly finds himself potentially losing a podium position here. El Sucio Dan not moving to make the overtake just now. He's showing a lot of patience here, which is good. That's the sort of thing you need to win races. Fiji Domo losing a place, but he's going to fight back, coming around on the outside of Flex, and now Flex side by side with Fiji. Here we go, seeing if we can get anything happening here. Oh, and there's a loss of position there. Fiji is still trying to hold it in, but I think Flex is going to be able to take it back. Meanwhile, El Sucio Dan is extremely close to RFX Rafa as he comes through a very, very tight section here. It's all going to be about the exit. Now, going down Brooklands isn't the best place to make an overtake, but with a big tire advantage, you can potentially do it, and that is exactly what we have here right now. El Sucio Dan racing along, and look at that speed differential. El Sucio Dan takes it. He breaks a little bit late, and Rafa is going to see if he can make something happen here. Now, Sheer Insanity is going to see if he can get himself back onto the podium. I believe it would be only his 2nd podium of the season. And he is being pursued by Jail Patel and Balzac. Don't forget, Sheer might be looking aggressive against Raro, but Jay and Balzac are going to be very, very dangerous for these medium shod runners just up ahead. Meanwhile, Flex is right behind Lord Raptor. Gonna see if he can do anything. He is also on the softs as, oh goodness, Balzac is out. His tires are still intact though, but that's going to drop him right down to the back of the grid. And that's a reset. Meanwhile, Sheer Insanity is able to make a pass down the hangar straight, and he's able to seize a position. Meanwhile, Flex going up on the inside of Lord Raptor. Lord Raptor a little bit wide through there. Is that going to offer an opening here? 4 laps to go here in Silverstone, and El Sucio Dan freed. He is now just racing ahead. We're going to see if any of his challengers can stay close enough to make anything happen here. Raro is right behind Sheer Insanity. He's going to be thinking, okay, can I stay close enough? What are the penalties starting to look like? So why don't we take a look at that right now? The penalties, it's only a 3-second penalty for Patel and for El Sucio Dan, Fiji, and Red Baron, so nothing too big yet. But right now, that 3-second penalty is actually going to drop El Sucio Dan entirely out of the lead. Meanwhile, Jail Patel is making a move. He is fighting Flex, and Flex is fighting back, but he's going to pick up a penalty for that, and Jail Patel is going to be falling down the order if he can't keep it clean through this critical moment here. Get Dunked is chasing down Red Baron. They're battling for 9th place. That's double your points from 10th to 9th, so you love to get that if you can. El Sucio Dan continues to lead, but RFX Rafa is not allowing him to slip outside of range. This is a critical moment here. Can Rafa stay close? Can this DRS train hold together? If it does, El Sucio Dan might not be able to take this victory. He's not able to escape just yet, and Rafa is able to hold close. So too is Sheer Insanity, so too is Raro, all staying within 3 seconds. And Flex is right behind Raro, as here we go. Flex can't make a move yet, not through Vale, but maybe he can get something done on the exit of Club. Cam picking up another 3-second time penalty is not what he needs here. He's just going to be salvaging points out of what was looking like a potential race win, or at least a very, very likely shot at a podium finish. Lord Raptor, meanwhile, just a short ways behind, is right behind Jail Patel's. Flex is now going to look if he can make a move, but Raro, nice defensive placement, is getting in the way of Flex, and that's going to deny Flex the exit that he wants. Raro has the DRS. Does he have the energy that he's going to need? Further back, we've got Fiji making a move on Jail Patel, but we're going to move up ahead here as we have got Raro continuing to hold off Flex. Flex takes a wide line. Going to see if he can get a better run through Luffield and Woodcut. Here we go. He's going to go wide. He's going to run it around the outside. And now Raro has to look to his outside, and he realizes there's no defending this, and Flex has taken 4th position. Raro, he's not looking at a podium anymore now. He's just looking, okay, how many points can I get back from this? I don't have that much of a tire disadvantage. It's only 10 laps to Lord Raptor behind. 10 laps younger, I should say. Meanwhile, Get Dunked is right on the tail of Red Baron, and this is even fighting right here. El Sucio Dan critically is still not able to clear outside of DRS range. He needs that DRS opening to appear, or else he is going to lose this victory. And Fiji, with 3 laps to go, spins it out, and he drops down to 10th position, 11th position. Now he's just got Balzac behind, but we're going to go up towards the front because El Sucio Dan is leading. So we've got 2 laps to go, and he needs to clear a 3-second gap because of that time penalty. But RFX Rafa is saying, no, you know what? I had a rough start to this race. Things got a little bit hairy, but I definitely want this win. You're not just going to run away. And I'm very, very surprised, actually, that Dan hasn't been able to pull more of a gap, and he's now losing the shine off those fresh tires. And Sheer Insanity is right behind. Critically, Rafa, I think... No, he's still got DRS. But Sheer is now looking like he might be able to make a move on Rafa. He's got a slight tire advantage, and now this could be critical for El Sucio Dan, because if Rafa has to get defensive, then Dan might just be able to prance away and take a most improbable victory. A potential burn from the stern, from the very back of the grid, looking like he wasn't going to even be able to participate in this race. Meanwhile, Raro is solidly holding on to 5th place. Lord Raptor is going to see if he can fight back, and it looks like Jail Patel, Red Baron, and Get Dunked aren't going to be able to make any more moves on the tires ahead, but they might be able to fight among each other because Get Dunked is right on the back of Red Baron here, almost at the limits of his traction. Going to see if he can make anything happen there, and Flex is now seeing if he can duplicate El Sucio Dan's magic here. But he doesn't have the same tire advantage that Dan had. Meanwhile, we've got Get Dunked making a move on Red Baron as they make their way through Sector 3. Red Baron is going to try and fight back. He's going to take an outside line, and he comes in swinging up the inside and get dunked. Ooh, that's very similar to something that we saw happen with Dubman the other day. And now Cam, picking up another time penalty. It's just all falling apart for Cam. But he's just racing on gritted teeth and frustration right now. He knows that a podium was his, and it just slipped. Red Baron taking a line here, working to defend against Get Dunked. Once again, El Suciadan is not building the gap that he needs. That is a 3-second penalty for El Suciadan, and right now, that's going to drop him right off the podium. It might drop him off of 4th place. So he needs to build up as much of a gap as he possibly can right now. We're here in the final lap, and we've got battles up and down the field. Things haven't quieted down for an instant. RFX Rafa has Sheer Insanity right behind him. Sheer Insanity is right pursued by Flex. Flex is coming through here. He's going to see if he can make anything, but his time is running out. El Suciadan has a lead, but with a 3-second penalty, he is going to lose so very, very much. The tank is empty for Flex. He doesn't have very much at all that he can spend, but same for Sheer, same for Rafa. El Suciadan just seeing if he can pull out anything at all. A little bit of wide line there for Flex, but there's no threat from Raw behind, who's 3 seconds back. And here we have it, coming into the very finish of the race. We've got El Suciadan followed by RFX Rafa. This is the final corner as El Suciadan crosses the line first, but he's not going to take the win. Rafa is victorious, followed by Sheer, followed by Flex. El Suciadan drops all the way down to 4th position. Rawrocopter comes through in 5th. Lord Raptor 6th. Chael Patel in... Oh, no, he's demoted. Get Dunked is able to take 7th ahead of Patel and Red Baron. Camborn comes through, and is he going to have enough penalties to get demoted? We're going to see these results because, my goodness, what a finish to this race. High drama throughout. But this, while I honestly can't disagree, it would have only been more if Dan had taken the victory bet there, but nonetheless, what a brilliant race from him. But let's not take anything away from what RFX Rafa has done. He spun out, he got completely excluded from the lap to warm up his tires. He had an absolutely dreadful start as a result of that. Everything seemed to fall back, but he didn't let it get to his head. He was able to keep going, keep racing, keep the practical stuff going, and he was able to take a victory. What a result there. And that is a victory for RFX Rafa. And looking at the results, that is actually just his 2nd victory and 3rd podium of the season, and that's going to vault him up towards the top of the standings there. Also, honestly, a very strong showing for Raro there. Let's go through these. We've got Rafa, who was just half a second ahead of Sheer and 0.7 ahead of Flex. El Suciadan ends up being demoted. He had 3, the whole podium was within 0.8 of a second. Raro in 5th. Lord Raptor with a solid finish in 6th for his first race here. Get Dunked with 7th. Chael Patel 8th place. Red Baron in 9th. And Cam ultimately having to settle for 10th. Fiji just barely outside of the points. Followed by Balzac in 12th with that late spin. Dubman, Brother John, and Nameless Nate sadly did not finish this race. Actually, I think... No, never mind. Sorry. Dubman is... let's see. I'll need to see. It looks like he's classified there. But I'll need to double check which lap he went out on. Everyone, thank you very much for tuning in to Formula Racing League. This has been Chaos on Commentary. Thank you all very much for coming along and sharing this evening with us. And we'll be running a community night on Thursday, and we'll be catching you. We race Monday evenings, same time. So once again, this is Chaos for Formula Racing League, signing out.